Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, back again in Orlando, Florida for the 2019 edition of the PGA Merchandise Show. Today we're going to take a look with a little bit of an emphasis at golf fashion for 2019. Who better to talk to than Marty Hackle, the longtime fashion editor of Golf Digest magazine. He's been a regular every year we come here to Orlando, and he's got a look at some of the things that are trending in golf fashion for 2019. We'll be back with more from the PGA Merchandise Show after this. Stay with us on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirsttphiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Everyone knows the five senses.
But what if we told you?
There's more. An elusive sensation.
Coaxed out only under ideal circumstances.
We can't fully describe it, but you'll know it.
When you feel it.
We call it the ultimate driving machine.
Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers today.
Always fun talking fashions at the Merchandise Show with the man who knows as much about golf fashion in general, the fashion editor of Golf Digest, Marty Hackle. Good to see you again, my friend.
Nice to always see you. I'm glad we're getting younger.
Absolutely. See why I like this guy? Hey, Marty, we're here because you're an ambassador for Summit Fashions. They have, 4 lines or so,
Oh,
right?
they do. Summit Brands has really got, it's the style. It's not the cutting edge, but it's everything that's good to wear, that's going to be in good taste. We're standing in front of the Zero Restriction women's, which is great. And then they've got Fairway and Green, which is a great classic line. Then they've got EP Pro for women. That's great. And then there's B Draddy, which is my favorite.
Really? Why is that?
Oh, because it's so comfortable. The longer you own it, the better it feels. And they're starting to even do some sort of sport stuff now. So they're broadening that brand. And they actually make some merchandise. Unlike most companies in the golf industry, they make some things right here in the USA. And I think that's an added value.
Absolutely. Marty, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite color? Or do you have one?
Yeah, anything that's bright. Don't pay attention to what I'm wearing, but anything that's got some life to it.
We'll get a shot of those socks
Yeah.
because they're bright.
Well, you can never be funnier than your socks.
You can always tell somebody that's really into fashion by their footwear, right?
Yeah, exactly. My dad always said, you can tell all you need to know. Just look at their feet.
I look around here at the Summit Group and see a lot of pastels. Are pastels, now women always love pastels. Here I am wearing a, quote, pink pastel shirt. Is it getting to be more and more popular among men too?
It's always going to have a customer out there. And I think what you should do, rather than follow the trends, is follow what works for you and follow what you're comfortable with. Right now, we're seeing a lot more prints, and the prints are really great, and they're simple and they're classic. They're almost like some great neckwear patterns.
Even for guys like me,
Oh, yeah.
they work.
Yeah, and you know what? This actually might make you look a little younger.
Marty, it's always a pleasure. I hope we can catch up again and see what's hot in fashions next year.
Perfect.
In all my years of coming to the PGA Merchandise Show, one of the guys I look forward to talking to the most is Marty Hackle. And now you know why. What an interesting guy he is. All right, before I left Marty, he gave me a tip and said, hey, before you leave the show, you got to talk to Jason Moore. Jason Moore is the president of True Links Wear, and Marty loves Jason Moore's shoes. Well, Jason Moore is joining us now, and Jason is the president of True Links Wear. He's also a designer, and what he designs especially are these, what appear to be, extremely comfortable golf shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of our specialty. We like to make shoes that are so comfortable you don't want to take them off after the round. People don't realize every ounce matters in footwear. You're taking thousands of steps a day. You're on your feet for 7 hours. It's a big deal to shed some weight and give your body some rest.
What else would make it very attractive, one, in terms of appeal to the eye, but also, like you mentioned, just being comfortable?
Yeah, really it comes down to this knit construction. We gave it some heritage wingtip shape to kind of honor the tradition of the game, but did it in a really high-tech way that allows it to be a shoe that you could dress up, dress down, and feel good on the course or off the course.
Right, and you have a little experience on the course as well. I didn't mention it at the beginning of our interview, but your brother is Ryan Moore, been on tour for several years, and in fact, Jason was his caddy, right?
Absolutely.
How'd that work out?
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, we're still good.
You're still
friends.
talking to each other.
Yeah, surprisingly. We still get along quite well, but the time had come to part, and now I do my shoes, and he keeps playing golf.
And do you miss being out there on tour with him?
Oh, yeah, it's a blast. Are you kidding me? It's great. But now I can stay home with my family.
Got to concentrate on the business end of it, too.
Correct.
How long has the business been around?
We were founded in 2009, so it's been almost 10 years now.
And you deal specifically with shoe wear, footwear?
Yeah, footwear is definitely our specialty. The fun thing about building the knit is that we can offer it in a variety of colors. So you'll see collaborations, you'll see philanthropy efforts where we're raising money for charity and releasing special colors. So you got to stay tuned, check out the website and see what's fresh.
Which is the website?
TrueLinkswear.com.
Pretty easy to remember. How about traction? Traction's always an important facet of footwear for golfers.
Absolutely. We're from the Northwest, so we follow the outdoor tread model. We think that if it works to climb a mountain, it's going to work pretty well for the golf course. So yeah, these are worn on the PGA Tour. I'd say if they can wear them, we can wear them.
If you can climb a mountain, you can wear these out there on the golf links.
Exactly. A lot less at stake there.
Listen, good luck with this edition of the shoe. I know you got another tour edition coming out this year, so it sounds like you got a full plate.
Absolutely. We're constantly pushing out new stuff, so you got to stay tuned and see what's coming out.
And I have to mention, too, Marty Hackle did give it an A-plus review. So if it's an A-plus with Marty Hackle, when it comes to fashion in golf, you're in good company.
I'm honored. I'm going to hang that on my wall. Yeah. I'll see if I can get him to sign that.
Thanks, Jason. Good meeting you.
Thank you.
You know, we're down here to cover golf, but I couldn't help noticing this picture at the Summit Club. This is from the greatest game ever played in 1958 NFL championship game. Colts, Giants, Yankee Stadium. Alan Amici, overtime touchdown to win it for Baltimore. Don Chandler punting from his end zone. Big Daddy Lipscomb trying to block it. And notice, goalposts are on the goal line. They moved them back. A different era. Of course, a different game. Football back in 1958. We'll be back with golf from the Merchandise Show in a moment on Inside Golf.
The
first tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
Everyone is looking for something. Consistency, quality, peace of mind. Found. The Haverford Trust Company.
Welcome back to Inside Golf at the PGA Merchandise Show. Ran into another Philadelphia area resident, but Joanne Cloak is also the founder and CEO of Joe Fit. Beautiful ladies apparel for recreation, golf, tennis, you name it. Joanne, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Newtown,
On your show.
Newtown, Bucks County,
Bucks County.
is where you call home.
37 years.
There you go. Native of Alberta, Canada.
Yep,
We won't get
Calgary.
into
Eh?
all the movement from Alberta. Yeah, exactly, to Philly. Let's talk about Joe Fit. Where'd the name come from?
So, first of all, it wasn't trademarked, so it's hard to find a word that isn't already trademarked, so you got to make up your own word. I'm Joe, and my purpose for starting this company was all about the fit. I was a phys ed teacher in Council Rock, and I was really aggravated about what I was wearing 5 days a week to work. I was wearing sweatpants that were ballooning, and I was rolling the waistband, bad fabric, and I golfed a lot. And my son was a junior golfer, and I golfed with him every day, and I would work in the summer at tennis camps feeding tennis balls, and I thought, this isn't rocket science. How hard is it to find a garment that fits? And I thought, I'll do it myself. I'm going to do it my own damn self.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, well, I've been in business now 13 years. It's our 13th show, so just a little over 13 years.
Okay, and more women today are wearing this type of clothing everywhere. I mean, forget about golf or tennis. I mean, they get up in the morning, this is what they put on.
Well, if you ever tried on tights, you'd wear tights all day, too.
That's going to be something to do in 2019, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Now, in addition to your line, I have to mention your line is going to be the official apparel line for this year's Solheim Cup.
Yes.
How did that all come? And we spoke to Danielle Kang, who's going to be on that team, and she was
that's
wearing your
perfect.
stuff
Yep.
when we spoke to her the other day here in Orlando. What's going on there? How did that all happen?
So, beautiful, sweet Julie Inkster has been an
Who's
ambassador.
the captain of
Who's the captain of the Solheim team? Thanks, Jules. She's been wearing Joe Fit for quite a few years, and she lobbied for us, and we got incredibly lucky. We're so happy. For the Solheim girls, we are wholly believing in wearing athleisure tights, but we call them trouser tights because we have front pockets and rear pockets, and I like that for scorecards or yardage book. So the Solheim team is going to wear this little outfit right here. It's got a wrap skirt that's reversible. You can wear it on either side, and then it simply velcros back up over our tights. And our tights became so popular. First of all, it's all about the fit. Everything we do is a better fit, makes you look thinner, makes you comfortable, no fussing, and you feel like you've lost 10 pounds when you get it on. So these tights with these wrap skirts, especially in Glen Eagles in Scotland, is going to be a big thing. I think we're going to see the girls in this a lot during the tournament. So we started a new division, an leisure division called Joe Fit Signature. And we didn't want to ask our golf wholesale accounts to carry it in their stores because it's hard enough already selling women's golf apparel. You don't know what to buy, and they don't always buy it, and it's a small shop, and you can't allocate that much space. So we started what we call an Avi kiosk, and it's a kiosk where you have a size run of bottoms, size run of tops, a iPad which gives you a curated 30 looks. You pick your look, you try on your size, you pay for it right at the kiosk. Joe Fit ships it to those consumers wherever they want it shipped, and if they've tried it on so they have the right size, but God forbid something happens, they can return it to us with a prepaid return label. And then every month, the shop that kiosk is in gets a check. They make a guaranteed margin with every sale. They don't have to buy inventory, they have no risk. And they can offer all 30 looks. And 30 looks means 3-piece looks, so there's 90 pieces there.
So the only space that they have to give up is the space for a kiosk.
Little 2-foot by 2-foot.
And it's going to be in stores everywhere.
It is. I think it's huge. We're having a huge response here at the show. I've placed probably 30 more units than I actually have, so I have to get home and start making some more.
Get back there to work. Joanne, it's been a pleasure.
Such a pleasure.
What I can imagine how Joe Fitt's going to take off, especially after the Solheim Cup, when the women bring back that trophy. It'll be the third win for your friend Julie Inkster as the captain.
Oh, last year, how fun was that tournament? That was a ball.
Well, it's going to be more fun this year. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Harry.
Good luck the rest of the week here in Orlando and for 2019.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hi, this is Sean Palmer from the Union League of Philadelphia here at the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando, Florida, checking out all the new apparel for the upcoming season. Stay tuned for more of Inside Golf.
Captures all of Phil Mickelson now. He is great, wins, he takes chances that nobody else may take.
This season, stay up, stay out, stay wild, stay cool, and stay together, because you don't have to go far to get away. Book your stay and receive offers of up to $250 at these premier attractions.
And welcome back. Inside Golf Now continues with Teed Off. We're teeing off today from the Bluebell Inn, Bluebell, Pennsylvania. They got some great events coming up, including two that are really going to be, I think, up your alley. One is going to be a wine tasting weekend here at the Bluebell Inn. And then in May, they're going to celebrate a whole weekend for Cinco de Mayo. More details, everything you need to know about both of those events, and a lot more at bluebellinn.com. Let's talk some golf with Harry Mays, who's back with us today. Harry has been an icon in sports talk radio.
Whoa.
Well, we're going to get into legacy.
Pump the brakes on icon.
Okay, he has his own legacy. But Harry Mays, one of my favorite guys, great golfer.
No.
Okay, now I'm over two. I'll just leave it there.
You're really gilding the lily here, Harry.
All right, but he's got a new sports talk radio show coming up down the shore, right? Atlantic City?
97.3, and it's available on the app. You can listen to it anywhere. We're going to compete with Philly on this one.
Good. Chris Gardner, he's an icon to the members over at Bluestone, which is right down the road.
I hope so. Yeah.
Head professional, looking good in his lime sherbet-colored sweater.
Thank you.
I love it. Joe Monforto, he's got the green on today. Shirt and
keep it in.
Outside sweater.
Trying to channel that master.
Joe is in charge of communications. Okay, he's the guy that distills all the information from the Philadelphia section PGA of America. Good to see you again,
Good to
Joe.
see you.
Phil Mickelson this year won at Pebble Beach again. I think it's his 5th title at the AT&T. It was his 44th career tour victory, and there's always that talk about, okay, where does he fall in the list of all-time great golfers, Harry? And it's not over for
No,
Phil.
it's not over.
So it's kind of premature for us maybe even to be talking about. A lot of people think it may be over, but what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he's managed to even add distance onto his game this year.
48, 49.
For his age, that's saying something. So I think he will still be heard from again with more victories. But where does he rank? He's probably in my top 10, maybe down around the 9 or 10, 8, 9, 10 range. He could vault up a lot higher if he wins a U.S. Open or another major to get him to 6. He's got 5 currently. And I find him to be one of the more compelling athletes in my lifetime, all sports, because when you watch him, you never know what's going to happen. Positive, negative, you never know. I mean, he's a risk taker. He's fun to watch, and he'll do something strange or goofy like he did at Shinnecock a couple of years ago on the green, where he's just running after the ball and hitting it while it's moving. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get. So he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. How about it, Chris? Where would you rank him?
He is going to fit similar, probably 7, 8, something around there if I had to write out a list. And maybe unfair to him, he's played in the era of Tiger Woods. He's always going to finish second in this time frame to Tiger Woods. And similarly unfair is anyone who played in Jack Nicklaus's run. You got a lot of guys who probably would have won a lot more tournaments if Jack Nicklaus wasn't around. So, I think, he's got, like you said, over 40 wins, 5 majors. I was thinking about it. If you had to pick 3 images of Phil Mickelson, you're going to have the 2004, him making a winning putt at Augusta. You're going to have him hitting a 6-iron out of the pine straw in 2010 at Augusta. And you're probably going to have him hitting the tee shot at Winged Foot in 2006. And that
2 out of 3 is not bad.
That kind of captures all of Phil Mickelson. Now he is great, wins. He takes chances that nobody else may take, and he's missed some opportunities that he probably should have cashed in on. But certainly a great player, and has won last year in Mexico, won this year already in the spring. So I don't think he's going to slow down.
Joe, if he wins the Open at Pebble Beach, which would complete a career Grand Slam for him, does that move him up, do you think? You have him in your top 10?
Oh, I absolutely have him in my top 10. I mean, if you just took a resume without a name on it and put 44 wins, 5 majors, that player has to be somewhere in that top 10 range, I would think. So I'm going to put him at the bottom end in that 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. But absolutely, if he wins the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach, being one of the handful of players to complete a career Grand Slam, then you absolutely, will probably move him into the top 5-ish area. And when you look at, Chris had mentioned that he was playing in the era of Tiger Woods, but just to play devil's advocate, maybe that's what motivated Phil to get better, to win more times, is wanting to compete with Tiger Woods. What if Tiger wasn't around? Would Phil still have his resume of 44 and 5? He'd be a really good golfer. He obviously had a career prior to the tour, but maybe playing in the shadow somewhat of Tiger Woods is what helped Phil Mickelson become the player that he ended up becoming.
Well, talking about his career before the tour, he won a tour event as an amateur, right? When he was still down at Arizona State, he won down in Arizona.
Tucson.
He won a tour event, and that kind of kick-started his whole career. How about what kind of a blemish, though? Okay, you talked about what he did at Winged Foot, and that was on the course. Off the course, when he got into the whole thing after the loss over at Glen Eagles in the Ryder Cup a couple of years ago, and kind of challenged Tom Watson's manner of captaining the U.S. team. Is that going to be held against him, do you think? Or when people get around to ranking and making a legacy of golfers, people don't remember that so much?
I guess it's on the resume, as I like to say, but I think it's pretty far down. And until you brought it up, I'd kind of forgotten about it.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. How about it, Chris? You think that's...
I did. I mean, certainly the hitting a moving ball during U.S. Open, he got all kinds of backlash for that. And I did think about when he basically called out his own captain at a Ryder Cup in a post-game press conference. I mean, you wouldn't see that out of too many players on that Ryder Cup team, except for maybe Phil Mickelson. He has the clout to be able to do that because he's probably going to be in that position very soon as a Ryder Cup captain, unless he keeps making the team. But yeah, but who's free of blemishes on their resume? So if you're going to put Tiger Woods in your top 2, I think he's had a couple blemishes himself.
The other thing about him, Phil, I'm talking about, is that I don't know if anybody since Arnold Palmer has connected as well with galleries than Phil Mickelson.
No, if you look at it, and I was going to, look at where the majors are this year, and he could potentially, get that crowd going at Bethpage for the PGA Championship in May.
They love him in New York.
He's the champion of the New York crowd. So, maybe he gets another notch on his belt there. But
wouldn't it be great? Because the antithesis of Phil at Bethpage is Sergio. Remember when early in his career when he kept re-gripping and re-gripping and got, come on, hit the ball. Can you imagine if they're in the final grouping on Sunday at Bethpage Black?
For the PGA.
I mean, Sergio may walk off.
I know.
He may not be able to handle that.
I'll take that matchup in round 1. Forget round 4. I'll take it in round 1, but just to see that up close.
And don't be surprised if that possibly doesn't happen somewhere along the line. Thanks, guys. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf in a moment.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Hope you enjoyed especially our conversation with the fashion expert when it comes to golf apparel, Marty Hackle. I'm Harry Donahue, reminding you that we'll be back in Orlando next week for more on the PGA Merchandise Show. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next week from Orlando, right here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia. GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.